Welcome everyone to Junosuede Just Commentary, guys. So we're gonna react to a video. This video is entitled Time Lapse of the Future, a Journey to the End of Time 4K. Of course, I'd like to thank you guys so very much for requesting this video. Don't forget, of course, subscribe to Junosuede Just Commentary, like us on Facebook, and of course, don't forget, if you want me to react to a video, please leave a comment below. I will try my utmost best to react to it. Thank you so very much. Let's go ahead. Okay guys, it's so very hot. It is a hot day. It is. Let's see what this is going to be about. I got quite a few requests for this one. Everything has, oh boy. How does the future looks like? That is true. Wow, this is interesting.
The Holocene has ended. What we do now,
2025, that's just there.
will profoundly affect the next few thousand years.
Whoa!
The conditions modern humans
Holy cow!
have known so far are changing, and changing fast.
Nothing stays the same on this planet. Everything changes. The Earth is going into one of these jumps, and you don't know what is going to be on the other side of those jumps. The Earth is always jumping.
Wow. 4,000.
Things move on this planet. Things are not still. Everything is turning.
This one reminds me of the End of the World video. It reminds me of the End of the World video. Wow. That reminds me of the End of the World. Is this really gonna happen? Well, I'm quite sure by then the Earth will be different. Wow. So land is gonna rise up, sink, rise up, sink. 1 million. Seriously? What? Well, by then most likely I'll be in somebody's gas tank, because at that age I'll be gone, no, done. But still, this is amazing.
Won't simply fade away to nothing. Its core will collapse, and the extra heat this generates
Ocean
will cause its outer layers
evaporates.
to expand.
Is that the sun? What? So the sun going to engulf?
Dead. Its remains slowly cooling in the freezing temperatures of deep space.
Wait, what? The sun is going to cool down?
The fate of the sun is the same as for all stars. One day, they must all eventually die, and the cosmos will be plunged into eternal night.
800 billion.
Eventually, we'll run out of
Yo!
The stars, one by one, in the night sky, will turn off.
How did they determine that? Like, how did they?
No more new stars created. And so that the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper. And not in fire, but in ice.
So basically what they're saying, all life forms will basically be done over. The age of starlights comes to an end. Seventeen 7,000 trillion
Fuel left
years.
to burn, a white dwarf's faint glow comes from the last residual heat from its extinguished furnace. Looking at it from where the Earth is now, it would only generate the same amount of light as the full moon on a clear night.
Wow.
The faint glow of white dwarfs,
1 million trillion years into the future.
an empty void littered with dead stars and black holes.
But how did they determine the swings? Hey, we are only 5 minutes into the video. 5 minutes into the video, and basically the Earth and the universe is like.
In some ways, it's kind of a ghost universe. It's the corpses, the zombie stars, that will take us into the future.
How this video is over 29 minutes long, and basically the universe almost 150 million trillion years old. What? They form new stars. Ooh. So what, the universe starting back again? What? That looks pretty. There might still be some surviving life form after this.
A black dwarf will be the final fate of those last stars. White dwarfs that have become so cold they barely emit any more heat or light. Black dwarfs
Wow.
are dark, dense, decaying balls of degenerate matter. Little more than the ashes of stars.
Wow.
Their constituent atoms are so severely crushed that black dwarfs are 1,000,000 times denser than our sun.
Yo, these people are going 400 trillion years in the future. What?
We believe there are currently no black dwarfs in the universe.
2,000 trillion. No boy, this. How? And we are not even 10 minutes into the video. I want to see what's gonna be the end of this. This is very mesmerizing. How did somebody sit down and figure out all of that? What? What the heck is going on? This looks like some sort of samurai. Yo, almost 1 million trillion years. A hurricane. What looks like a hurricane. Exotic future civilization. What?
We have a pace of life that's based on really the energy available to us now. You could imagine living conscious systems which have a very different pace and therefore can extend out at least a lot farther than you'd imagine otherwise.
I'm sorry that it's so dark, guys. New setting for the time, so I apologize. It's different from my usual bright setting.
Even if our life dies out, one could imagine at some time arbitrarily far in the future, a fluctuation occurs which allows intelligent life to exist again for a little while.
What?
So you might have islands in time of intelligence.
So are they saying that a new life form will, or new civilization will be created, or like the Big Bang Theory? Is that what they're saying? Is that? Scientists have some interesting theories.
Proton, one of the fundamental building blocks of atomic matter, what makes us up, can just spontaneously fall apart.
Any material that evades the pull of a black hole eventually dies away as its protons disintegrate.
We need to find a cure for cancer and thing. People would literally sit down and try to figure out all of that. Yo, 500 trillion years. We are trying to figure out what's going to happen in the future. And we cannot try to figure out how to cure cancer.
The last
So long.
in the universe
Wow.
will eventually evaporate away and be carried off into the void as radiation, leaving absolutely nothing behind.
So for the next 17 minutes, we're just going to watch a blank screen. That's what they're saying. The black hole
The
era.
black dwarf's gone. There won't be a single atom of matter left.
But I'm quite sure a bot is coming
All
along.
that will remain of our once rich cosmos will be particles of light and black holes.
Yo guys, that is some very interesting stuff. But sometimes I'm taken aback by human beings' ability to create such thing, and we have a lot of things that needs to be corrected now, and we are not. Wow. Just image from the womb. There's something dramatic gonna happen or gonna be said.
The arrow of time creates a bright window in the universe's adolescence, during which life is possible.
You see? I told you they're gonna come with that bot thing.
But it's a window that doesn't stay open for
5 billion trillion. I cannot. Oh my gosh.
measured from its beginning to the evaporation of the last black hole. Life, as we know it, is only possible for 1,000th of a billion
Yo, I'm sorry. This is just wow. Whoa.
Black holes become the fundamental building block of the universe.
And here's it that I'm afraid I can't even jump 10 feet without breaking my leg. And we're trying to figure out what's gonna happen. Almost 1 trillion years in the future. But yet still they can't develop the cure for cancer or how to create some kind of wings for us to fly. I'm sorry, I'm just reacting, guys. I'm just reacting to this video.
It's just that the timescales you're talking about are now trillions of years instead of thousands or millions of years.
Wow. This is very mesmerizing. Very.
Black holes can bang on space-time like mallets on a drum.
Oh my god, that's a lot of information.
And they have a very characteristic song.
This looks like a hurricane. It have yeah, I mean, like a hurricane.
Imagine two black holes that have lived a long life together. At the end of their lives, they're going around each other, crossing thousands of kilometers in a fraction of a second. As they do so, they leave behind in their wake a ringing of space, an actual wave on space-time.
What?
Space squeezes and stretches as it emanates out from these black holes banging on the universe. Those are the gravitational waves. They're literally the sounds of space ringing. And they will travel out from these black holes at the speed of light.
I don't know.
They ring down and coalesce to one spinning, quiet black hole.
It's like every new...
If you were standing near enough, your ear would resonate.
I don't have ear by then, ma'am. I don't have ear by then. Time that happened, I don't have ear. I'm nothing. Let's talk about if I stand close enough, I can hear whatever in my ear. What? No.
Imagine a lighter black hole falling into a very heavy black hole. The sound you're hearing is a light black hole banging on space each time it gets close.
What? How can they figure these things out? How do they know that?
As it falls in, it gets faster and it gets louder.
I swear this looks like a DJ clubhouse when the music is about to drop. Ooh! Whoa! Looks like an eyeball.
Scientists used to think black holes were immortal, but even these...
Or look like sperm running away from the egg. That's what it looks like. Like sperm running away from the egg. Oh my gosh, this is just so weird. It's like a reverse life form. What is that one now? Plantains?
According to quantum mechanics, space is filled with virtual particles, antiparticles, that are constantly materializing in pairs, separating, coming together again, and annihilating each other. In the presence of a black hole, one member of a pair of virtual particles may fall into the hole, leaving the other member without a partner with which to annihilate. The forsaken particle appears to be radiation emitted by the black hole. And so, black holes are not eternal. They evaporate away at an increasing rate until they vanish in a gigantic explosion.
Again.
Quantum mechanics has allowed particles and radiation to escape from the ultimate prison, a black hole.
For 50 million trillion years into the future, this is gonna happen. And now look at fireworks performance for no one. Who's the fireworks for? Human beings are some interesting creatures, I can tell you that. This is basically a video saying about the future. Guys, wow. You know how many requests I got for this video? I got quite a lot of requests for this video. With something new again.
Philosophers and poets have asked the question, will the world end in fire or ice? We can now give an answer. The latest evidence shows that the universe is not slowing down, but it's speeding up out of control. And the universe, we think, will die in ice. Trillions upon trillions of years from now.
Empty space itself has energy. In every little cubic centimeter of space, whether or not there's stuff, whether or not there's particles, matter, radiation, or whatever, there is still energy, even in the space itself. And this energy, according to Einstein, exerts a push on the universe.
What is the weird stuff that's accelerating the universe? We call it dark.
I wonder what food does these people eat, the scientists, like, do they eat normal bread and tea, normal crackers and water? What? 2,000 trillion years later.
Dark energy, unlike matter or radiation, does not dilute away as the universe expands. This has crucial implications.
So what are they saying? No matter what happened, what we do on Earth, no matter how we take care of Earth, in 1 million or so, the world is just gonna poof anyway. It's just gonna be sucked into.
The universe will expand forever.
I swear, this is like a DJ performance or something.
Faster and faster and faster with time. A runaway.
Oh my god, I'm getting dizzy. Right now it looks like a spider web.
70% of the energy of the universe resides in empty space, and we don't understand.
I don't understand, and yo bro, I don't know what.
If that energy continues to be there, the universe will become cold and dark and empty.
Yeah, well.
That's the future as it might be. We don't know because we don't yet understand the nature of dark energy. Until we do, we won't know the future.
Oh my gosh, I got so many requests for this video.
And that's why we want to know and study the subject.
Study the subject. There are men and women who goes to bed and get up every day to try to work this out. Every day. They get up, they dream it, they sleep it, they wake up with it, they gym it, they do everything with this on their mind. Every day. Just to tell us what will happen in 30 billion trillion years later. Absolute. That looks like blood vessel. Why does not blood vessel? Sure. Oh God, I forgot the name. Blood cells. God, my brain. So much information coming in at once. Blood cell. This looks like blood cells. It's amazing that everything is a replica, almost like what things we're seeing on Earth right now.
The forecast does seem to be for an ever colder, ever emptier universe. But then, of course, we have to ask, could that end lead to a new beginning? And there are ideas whereby what actually is the end of our universe could in some sense be linked to a new one.
Who has time on their hand to go that far into the future? 300 trillion. Oh my god. What? Why?
worked out the mathematics, the equations. They seem to say that if you have an atom smasher that can concentrate tremendous amounts of energy at a single point, you can perhaps open up a gateway, a baby universe.
So, are we proposing that we truncate the universe to find out the baby universe where it is?
The depth of everything there is. This perhaps is their only possibility of escape. And this also raises a very intriguing possibility, sheer speculation of course, that perhaps any universe that has intelligent life in it will create baby universes, will create lifeboats, and proliferate child universes.
What?
So an evolution may take among universes in the multiverse. Survival of the fittest may take place. So those universes which do not have intelligent life are infertile. They have no children. But those universes that have mild temperatures, stars like us, would create civilizations that could open up child universes, and they would then proliferate.
Oh my god, this is something else. I must say the presentation is absolutely amazing, but I'm just bewildered. I'm just, wow. I'm just stunned that some persons would get up every day, go and sleep every night, thinking of this, working this out, to tell us exactly what will happen in 50 billion, trillion years later. The last black hole evaporates. So what evaporates it? There has to be some sort of energy and or something. What's gonna evaporate? What's gonna cause it to evaporate? Ah! So much information! Wow. Ça c'est information. Regardez ça. Your nom can Levy. Tommy Levy. You can catch it, sir. You can catch it. What?
Of photons gradually tending towards the same temperature as the expansion of the universe cools them towards absolute zero.
I thought at the end of the video we will see a tree pop up somewhere, honestly. Once
the very last stars finally decayed away to
3,000 trillion years.
the story of the universe finally comes to
Everything just ends. Time becomes meaningless.
For the first time in its life, the universe will be permanent and unchanging. Entropy finally stops increasing because the cosmos cannot get any more disordered. Nothing happens, and it keeps not happening forever.
And mind you, most or majority of scientists don't believe in God, okay? So what I believe in versus what I'm seeing is totally different. Nonetheless, very interesting. But I really feel like you as human beings, we should really try to focus on things that's really affecting the world right now. I mean, and honestly, so long the world is suffering from a lot of diseases where they can't find a cure. How? And then we can go 1 trillion years into the future. But we can't happen to find a cure for cancer so long, with how many people dying. Okay guys, so that was the request that you guys made. This was my reaction to it. I hope that you guys understand that this is my genuine reaction. I'm not gonna pretend or like Oh, that's good. I love everything is interesting, but everything I give out here is my reaction. Thank you so very much, guys, for requesting it. Of course, I do apologize. The setting is a bit different from my usual reaction setting, and I do apologize for that inconvenience. Thank you so very much. Bye, guys.